Hi everyone, I'm Becky from Northern Star Guidance, and these are going to be your monthly messages. I'd just like to put a little disclaimer out there. Please always use your own intuition and your knowledge of a situation before making any changes. Tarot is just a guide. It's a guide to the energies. It's a bit like the weather forecast. So I can tell you how the energies are that are in play at the moment. I can't say specifically how that is going to impact your life. That is going to be how you interact with that energy. The more you bring your energy to my channel, the more you comment and interact with me, the stronger that connection will be for those readings. So please be sure to give me some feedback on the videos to let me know how it resonated for you. Remember that it is just a general reading, so some of it might not resonate with you, and that's perfectly fine. Always check out your sun, moon, rising, watch any video that you want. I'm sure you will find the message in there that is for you. Also, if you're cross-watching, that's wonderful. Just flip the energies, take it as it resonates for you. Okay, enjoy the rest of your video, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now. Hey Taurus, welcome to the Aries season reading for April. And I don't know about you, but like the month before, or the season before my birthday month, always feels the most intense. It's like just waiting on the edge, and that build up before you hit your energy, or the energy of your sign. I always feel like, I don't know, for the 2 weeks leading up to Aries, I just felt like a horse waiting to go, just waiting for the gun to go off to say, like, get going on things. And then it hit, and I was completely lost for a little while. I kind of got overwhelmed by it, by the wait, the run up. But yeah, so I'm just saying that you may be feeling the same in the lead up to your season. It's that 12th house energy, depending on how you do the houses system. I'm still trying to figure out the houses. Obviously, unless you're a rising sign, I think that's how the majority of astrologers work it out, is your rising sign is the first house. So at the moment, astrologically, we are in the first house of Aries. So if you're a Taurus rising, that would be your first house, making Aries your 12th house. And let me see. I love these cards, by the way. These are Black Moon astrology cards, and as you can see, I've got a little Taurus one out for you guys. Which says it is the I have. So Aries is the I am, and Taurus is the I have. So 11th, 12th house escape. So I honestly think that the month before your birthday is always the most intense energetically. It's like you can feel that shift as your energy comes into the dominance of play. So let us see what your frequency, what's going on with your frequency. Oops, activated, and everything flies out. Soul time, root chakra, earth, and emergence. They're meant to be, they'll come out again. Oh, I felt one then. Nope, but you're coming. Tantric journey. So that's where you're at now. Let's see. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with others. Wow. I mean, Aries, it was feel like Aries is quite a sensual star sign anyway. It's the cardinal signs of the cardinal of the fire signs. So we like new beginnings, we like new experiences and stuff. So I kind of feel like there's some of that coming into play for you guys, that bit of sexual energy maybe. It does say sensual, and it doesn't have to be romantic, but just bringing that little bit of playful, maybe even a flirty edge to things. Ooh, we got Valor that has just fell out there, which is Leo energy. This is the Seven of Wands. Is it worth defending? What are you defending? Taurus during Aries season. Let's see. Messages for Taurus for April during Aries season. Energy reading, thank you. Very you. Okay, bottom of the deck, underlying energy, the Knight of Pentacles. Leo and Virgo energy. Okay, so your energy in yourself, victory, lovely. A lot of Leo energy coming through here already. I mean, Leo being a fixed sign, in terms of it us being in a fire season, I do feel that's going to sort of bring that energy into it. There is going to be that kinship with Leo. Energy out is the Nine of Pentacles. A lot of earth energy coming out for you guys, understandably. What's holding you back? The Star. Ooh. What you should do is the Eight of Wands. I always wonder when we get such a positive card as what is holding us back, that maybe it's not the actual positive card itself, but this is the sort of the teaching of it. But I'm going to have a look at that in a minute. So we're starting off with your energy being a celebration. You're coming in with this fantastic energy of celebrating who you are, being recognized for what you've achieved, how far you've come. This is like returning home from war and everyone going, wow, look at what that person accomplished. So I'm still feeling this sort of like bringing sexy back sort of swagger going on here with this tantric journey. The energy that you're putting out is that of, I've got it sussed. Now this is the energy on the surface that you are reflecting out there to others, whether you feel like that or not. I feel like to the outside world you look like you've got everything, but deep down inside you've got this feeling of I'm not even reaching the things that I want to reach. It's like that star still seems very far away for you, but everyone else looks and thinks, wow, like, look how they're carrying themselves. Look at everything they've accomplished. Look how far they've come. But I feel like you're not seeing it in yourself. And maybe it's time to get some of that swagger in if you're not feeling it. And it's Aries season. This is all about the passion, all about the confidence. And the Taurians that I have known in my life, I found female Taurians to be kind of similar to Aries in their energy. Very bold, very say what they think. And the men that I've met tend to be a bit sort of quieter and reserved, but very, very set in their ways. They sort of, this is just going purely off my experience. I am not saying that all women and men who are Taurus are like that. It's just the vibe that when I'm channeling your energy, I think of the Taurians I've met throughout my life, kind of tap into their energy a little. So I don't know if you personally, what side of Taurus you feel aligned to in that respect. But I feel like that, you know, this is the month to start taking center stage a bit more. Start recognizing how far you've come and appreciating that people want to celebrate that in you. I know that's a hard one for anyone, regardless of your star sign. There are very few people who can take that level of admiration from the people around us. It's very hard. And I'm Aries, so like we're known for being having quite a bit of ego. I wouldn't even say that. I'd say that we like being complimented and that, but we still don't quite like being the center of attention. I used to go out partying quite a lot, and if you wanted to find me, I would be somewhere on the dance floor rocking away like no one's watching, and in my head no one was watching. I would be dancing. I've danced on barrels, I've danced on stage, I've danced on a dance floor when no one else is dancing, and I just get lost in my own world when I've been in that place. For 1 second, if everyone in that space had stopped and just been staring at me, I think I would have died. I would have fell over. I would have made an absolute hash of it. So it's that duality, isn't it? But I feel like even if you struggle with that, just putting on a smile and thanking, if it is a specific person or whether this is getting recognised at work. But I feel like someone or some people are recognising you here. They're seeing you, they're seeing your energy, and it just screams admiration to me. So I'm going to get some clarifiers for all this as we go. I've got Bringing Sexy back stuck in my head now. That's the vibe I'm getting though. We need to look more Leo energy. What is going on? Is this... See, I don't feel like... I mean, you could be dealing with a Leo. But I feel like this is coming through with you and your energy. And I always feel like we can connect with other star signs in there through their similarities. So I am a Gemini rising, and I have always had a Gemini, at least one Gemini friend in my life at any one given time. Like my best childhood friend was a Gemini. My granddad, who I idolised, was a Gemini. And I see the sort of similar energies with Aries and Gemini, even though Gemini is an air sign. And I'm just feeling this kinship with Leo coming through, and whether that is your shared energy that you have as a fixed sign. I just feel like that is how the current fire energy, because we're in Aries, I feel like that's how it's coming through in you. So if you don't know much about Leos, let's have a quick nosy, because you might be feeling some of this. This is what I mean. I feel like you're a Leo this season. It's better to be looked over than overlooked. Card of honour and strength, proud and strong. Those born under the sign of Leo are all about integrity. They are ruled by the sun, which is a light and a force we cannot live without. Like the sun, Leos are warm and vital personalities. They intend to make their mark on the world, have a secret wish to be admired, and they want their time on earth to mean something. Not willing to be another link in the chain, Leos want to stand apart from the rest. Some may be known for their dramatic beauty, while others are clowns, or at least the life of the party. So, just with this tantric energy coming up, I feel like you're tapping into that Leo energy for Aries. I hope this is making sense for you and you're not like, what on earth is she chatting about? Just have a listen to Bringing Sexy Back. But yeah, so much strong Leo. So strength coming in there. I'm going back to that, having the courage to just lap up this attention that you're getting right now. To lap up that energy. If you are feeling it, don't be afraid to express it. I didn't even speak about the Knight of Pentacles, did I? So, Knight of Pentacles, all the knights are movers. They're the ones that take the ideas of the pages and they take them to the next level. They put them into action. Knight of Pentacles is the most practical one. Given that he's an earth sign, this is sort of bringing in your steadfast personality and then adding some fire, adding some flair to it. Because the Knight of Pentacles, he wants to do everything right. He wants to get it right first time. There's an element of perfectionism to him. So bringing that as an underlying energy with all this sort of fire and flair. I think flair is the right sort of word. It feels very, very fancy, very panache. There's lots of spark there. I'm gonna have to get another one out because this strength card, like, I was dead drawn to work with these, the Heaven and Earth Tarot, which are quite dark, and I was feeling that at the beginning of Aries season, and I love the contrast with the colours, but she is just lighting up the whole place, isn't she? Yeah, if this feels a bit alien to you, because I can feel it, that's how I'm feeling. This energy is just like, what's going on with me? Why do I feel either very drawn to people or recognizing that people are drawn to me? I feel like this is slightly outside of your comfort zone or what you're used to. Let's see, why is the Nine of Pentacles there? I feel like someone's admiring you though. Ace of Swords. I'm going to get another one for that. This is the energy you're putting out, and it's very bold, very confident. What the hell is going on? Okay. And we've got Nine of Pentacles on the bottom there. Just to bookend that. Have you been making choices? I normally get two cards out when the Two of Swords come out because it is about making a decision. You can only have one Sword of Truth, one Ace of Swords. You've already got that. So now is it about taking the action? If you've been toying between two people or two ideas or two situations, What is the one that has got the loudest voice in your heart? Because it's usually the right voice. The one, well, I'll say the right. There's no right or wrong. Whatever choice you make, whatever path you take, it will always lead forward. It will always lead somewhere. It's when we don't take a step forward, then this can become the gilded cage. This can become where we're trapped by what we have. It can be a materialistic card where we don't take risks and we don't take adventure. But given all this fire energy coming up here, all this Leo energy, it's very bold. And I feel like the solution here is to not second guess. That's why your star card's there, because I think you already know what your star is. You already know what your Ace of Swords is, what your truth is, what your passion is, what you want to go forward with. And interestingly that we have got Leo and Virgo energy at play here, because you're both fixed signs, Leo and Taurus. So there's already that element of steadiness and, for lack of a better word, stubbornness. Because I don't think stubborn is necessarily a bad thing. But there's that unwavering, what's the word? That unwavering steadfastness, that fixed energy. So when a decision like this comes along, where it means you coming away from what you've known, what you're used to, the head is going to start throwing that Virgo, overthinking, overanalyzing. Is this the right thing to do? Is it the right move for me? So I'm going to get one for the star. But I do think I'm going to have a read of this. In fact, I'm going to do that first. Have a read of the star first. I just like to see what energy it says in reverse. Deny your inner truth, ignoring signals, lack of vision, ignoring good fortune, not listening to your inner truth. And that is exactly what I'm saying. You've got it. You've got it right there. That thought, that feeling, that urge that you've got inside you, that is what is called, that's what your star is. That's calling out to you. But I feel like the head is throwing up these blockers. You're getting blindsided by yourself. That's the first thing I thought when I saw the star in that position. It's like, what's holding you back? Your dream. Why is your dream holding you back? And already it screams getting in your own way. And I feel like your head is doing that. Your head is doing a number on you there. You got this winner energy there. Come on, tell me more about the star. This is the second time for, oh my god, did this come out for Leo? I think this came out for Leo in the same place as the same thing there. Sorry about that, just had my son come in for a chat. Yeah, Leo had this out in the same position, same card as a clarifier, completely different. But what is this massive connection that's going on with you and Leo? Honestly, I feel like this is a personal reading for somebody who's involved with a Leo. So if that is coming up strongly, and I'm tapping into your energy massively, Well done, you've got a bit of a free reading going on. But the Ten of Swords is, this is the end. It's the end of the line. And this is why that 7 came out before, isn't it? The 7 of Wands. Of what are you defending? Sorry, thought it was a good idea to start doing my readings cross-legged on the floor, and it's starting to become highly uncomfortable. Right. So, if we are afraid to take steps forward, is this something from the past that you've experienced that is putting you off? Or is it a projection of the future? Or is it both? And this is someone from the past who is also in the future. Going to be different for different people. I'm giving you the energies. Take what resonates for you. I am very drawn to the overwhelming amount of blue that is out. I'm going to have a look at that as well. But as per usual, the thing that holds people back from their dreams is the fear of failure, the fear of hurt and pain. Or it's been there, done that, been in a similar situation, had this result, don't want to go through it again. Right, blue symbolises communication, speech, expression, imagination and freedom, associated with the throat chakra. And we've got a bit of violet or indigo. I will read all of them. So we've got throat chakra with the blue. Indigo symbolises inner wisdom and perception, as well as a vivid imagination. Indigo is associated with the third eye chakra. And violet symbolises wisdom, beauty, inspiration, creativity and enlightenment. It's one of the most spiritual colours. Violet is associated with the crown chakra. What I'm hearing through all of them, it's making me think the blue, the indigo, the violet, whichever one you want to take. To be honest, I'm leaning more towards blue and indigo. But what I'm hearing in that is you already know. Inner wisdom, perception, expression, communication. That is, the choice has already been made within you. It's already there. Why do we do this? It's not just you guys. Like, we all do this. Our head throws in another perspective. It's like, well, what about this? What about that time when you did that thing, when you were last on stage and you tripped over on your dress and ended up flat face on the floor or something? Or, you know what, it's those little things that pop in our head. And it is always our brain that's doing them. It's not actual happening. I used to say, like, I always plan for the worst. And I mean, it's good to have that little bit of safety, caution stuff. Like, if I'm going out the park with my kids, it makes sense to take some wellies just in case. So planning for stuff like that is fine. If I thought about all the things that could possibly go wrong going out on a trip with my kids, we probably wouldn't leave the house. If I thought, oh my God, they could slip in a puddle and drown and die, or we could have a car accident and we all end up in hospital. And it just, I mean, this is not the 9. The 9 of Swords tends to be the whole... 9 of Swords tends to be anxiety, sleepless nights, stress. 10 of Swords is when all that's done. It's ended. It's been a painful end. This is the painful end. And so I question it when it comes up as what is holding you back. I question, well, is that a real fear? Is it a real possibility? And if it is, then you've got to ask yourself, is it worth the risk? Is it worth fighting for? Given that you've got the Eight of Wands coming up as your action, your action to take, your call to action, which is swiftness. This is communication. So we're going back to that throat chakra. This is communicating your thoughts, your ideas, your position. And what better season than Aries to do that? It's very Emperor energy. It's making that choice, making that decision. Does an Emperor second guess their choices, their decisions, sorry? They don't. They might live with the consequences later, but that's where they take the responsibility. That's where they say, right, okay, I'm making this decision. I'm making it in the best interests of myself and my empire. So it's my responsibility what happens thereafter. But if you let your brain do this and sort of block you from that for some time, then action doesn't get taken. And we don't know if we can ever get that star because we don't reach for it. If ever there was a call to action, it is this card. And it's swiftness. It's saying just take the leap. Almost like the Fool. Not almost, it is like the Fool energy. It's a Sagittarius energy. We're in a fire season. If there's ever a chance to take an action, now's the time. I mean, if this is not resonating with you, then it's not resonating, and it's not the time for you. It's not the message for you. Oh my word. What happened there? Just spit all the cards out. Try again. It's quite an interesting one, this. Yeah. I stopped shuffling. I got the Nine of Swords on the bottom. Stress, anxiety, but I can't. It feels very stage fright. Come on. It's not giving me anything, and I already know why it's not giving me anything. I know, because it's right there. It's like, just do it. Just, you know, whenever I have to do, I'm going to say a performance, when I have to like be on stage or do something that I'm not entirely confident and comfortable with. I don't know if anyone has seen the Never-Ending Story films. And I hate to quote the second one, but I'm going to. At the very end of it, he's like, he keeps imagining this fear where he stood on the edge of a waterfall and he won't take a jump, he won't take the leap. I can't remember, I think it's Sebastian, the kid reading the book, who shouts leap, just leap or jump or whatever. Yeah. And eventually at the end he can do this jump. And I always imagine that feeling of being stood on the edge of a waterfall or on a diving board, or it is usually a waterfall for me. But yeah, just taking that step off. It's like there's no turning back now. I'm pushing myself out there and I visualize myself taking that leap forward. Take a deep breath and then go. And it feels like that. That's exactly what it feels like. That needing to just take a deep breath and go right there. I mean, this could be messaging somebody. Oh. Got the King of Wands, Leo energy again. Death, Five of Cups. Is there a fear of rejection here? For some of you, I feel like this could be getting the courage to ask someone out. Like I said, take it how it resonates for you in your situation. But there's this sort of nervous energy of like, oh God, I don't know if I can take this leap. Right, I'm going to move on because that is just not giving me any more. And I think because it is straightforward, it is straight to the point, just leap. Just take that action soon. The longer you fuss about it, the harder it's going to be to make that decision. Right, let's see, what am I looking for? Right here. Okay, let's see. Strength. Oh. Strength is compassion. Sorry, just had a sneeze coming up. Let's see, I've not actually had compassion out yet. Enlightenment, divine understanding creates new life. The beautiful, fertile Kuan Yin holds the white lotus in her left hand and the pearl of enlightenment in the other. She arrives today to bless you with compassion, unconditional love and acceptance. Residing in the realm of the Ascended Masters, she has heard your prayers and is asking you to be open to miracles. Sitting on the pink lotus, a symbol of peace and harmony, the mother of all humanity hears the cries and prayers of the people. She stretches her love to those who need it, giving support in times of grief and trauma. What I am instantly feeling with this when it talks about compassion, love and understanding, and acceptance, I instantly think self-love. This is being compassionate to yourself. Her beauty, grace and elegance are captured by the aspects of the divine feminine: love, nurturing, forgiveness and compassionate understanding. Known as the bringer of children, the graceful Kuan Yin nurtures fertility and creative endeavours. Growth in all areas is possible with the assistance of her fertile hand. She assists those wishing to release burdens around family and love. During times of great sadness and turmoil, she encourages us to nurture ourselves. It is only through suffering that we understand what is harmful and what is a burden to our soul's progress. That's this here. Right now, Kuan Yin can assist you in removing karmic obstacles, emotional imbalances, and anything else that is holding you back from receiving love in all its purity. Softening our criticism towards others and understanding differences in opinions and perspectives allows us to communicate more effectively with families, friends, co-workers, and other members of our community. Having an open heart is essential for us to receive and reciprocate love to others. Removing expectations allows us to receive gifts with no limitations and accelerates their delivery. Soft and fertile offering Offerings such as fresh flowers encourage this divine exchange of loving energy into your home or sacred space. And the prayer is, I graciously request Kuan Yin to place her fertile healing hands upon my heart, mind and soul, to clear stagnant energies that are limiting my soul's potential, to accept love and creation in all its purity. Hi, I am so sorry, but I had to jump onto parenting duty last night. My son was crying, I could hear him crying, so I went off to resolve that issue and I just wasn't able to continue the reading. So I thought fresh perspective today while children are in school, and I can continue with this because I just couldn't throw away a nearly 40-minute reading, especially not when I feel the message. This is the message. I don't want it to, like, sometimes I'll start recording a message and things will go wrong and it just doesn't feel, I just don't feel the flow of it, whereas this feels like the message and I just don't want to come away from it. So sorry that I'm going to sort of patchwork this together. So it'll be a little bit of a Frankenstein reading, but it's still there, and this is pretty much, I'm so close to being done. It was rather frustrating last night, but we are all good. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get your obstacles out. The obstacles without much reading. Ooh. I've just seen the Nine of Swords. It was the Nine of Swords then, and I was gonna pull it out. We've got the Princess of Swords instead. See, this is being open to the lessons that you can learn. The Princess of Swords or the Page of Swords, it is the student. It's having an open mind, kind of like a child. And like I was saying before, all paths lead to the same destination. So I feel like this could be looking at different approaches, looking at different perspectives, being open to different perspectives and ideas. Oh my word. Look what's come out. Two of Swords again. I just feel like this is the being stuck in one mind. Of no, things have to go this way or have to be that way. And something I was going to say with compassion there is very much comes across to me as compassion for yourself, being understanding of yourself. And you'll have to apologise if I'm repeating myself, but that recent masterclass that I was potentially talking about in this reading, there was a masterclass that I watched and it was talking about how we're so heavily influenced by what is expected of us. And it's hard to turn your back on that, isn't it? If you're brought up believing that, you know, this is how life's done. Like, I remember being disappointed when I was almost 30 years old. Career just hadn't happened for me. And I was married and me and my husband was discussing children. And the entire time while we were trying and discussing, I was panicking about it of like, well, no, I had this idea in my mind that, you know, it'd be career, then marriage, then children. And that was set out in my head so rigidly that that was how you did it. And if I didn't do things in that order, then I wasn't being successful. And then because I went through a lot of turbulence and depression in my late teens and pretty much all of my 20s, I'd missed out on that, on creating that structure. Not missed out, but you know, I was 29, I was in a job, and my husband was in a stable job, and I was very aware that I wanted children. I didn't want to be having them too late. So, and he said, but if you're always thinking of reasons not to do something, then there's always something. There's always a reason not to do something. And that's what I feel with this Two of Swords that's come up twice now. It's like you can keep throwing that up, but your mind will always think of a reason not to do it. I feel that blocker here, because that's the one that's coming up here as well. And with this Two Swords. So have a think about that. I feel like I need to ask you, what do you value about yourself first? What do you value in yourself? What can you celebrate about yourself and work from there? Feel that energy, feel confident and comfortable in that energy. Because I feel like others see it in you more than you see it in yourself. Potential outcome, there we go. Dark Night of the Soul. Life brings new meaning. See, we have got the, this has come out for someone else. Was it Aries? It'll come out for one of the other ones. But yeah, we are coming up to the full moon as well, and that is the perfect time to do this sort of practice, this Dark Night of the Soul, of releasing that which is holding you back, releasing those thoughts and those ideas that are holding you back and that are outdated. Healing crisis, life brings new meaning. The Dark Night of the Soul is a deep-seated human experience that can be deeply traumatic, filled with sadness and melancholy. This is an incredibly trying time in the human experience, one filled with constant emotional turmoil, feelings of loss, instability, and darkness. Sometimes the most insignificant event can spiral an individual into a dark night experience. Like the straw that broke the camel's back, your soul has said enough is enough. It may seem as if the world may be ending, but just as night turns into day, it is a cycle of renewal. Now you are becoming more aware of the ego and how it comes into play with your emotions, your physical drive and motivations, and how others interact with you. You may feel as though you are clouded in darkness, feeling emotionally broken and helpless in your life, feeling alone and isolated, that the world is broken and lost. This lonely, dark space can be difficult to navigate if you have only a limited support network of close friends or family. Know that at any time you can reach out and talk to someone or shift through these challenges. Right now, you may be experiencing feelings of deep depression, melancholy, and sadness. That a part of you has been lost to the world, never to be seen or heard from again. However, this is far from the truth. Nothing is ever truly lost. We just outgrow our own surroundings, environment, and personal interests. Like the earth cycle of night, it is always darkest just before the dawn. Know that you will be emerging soon with a new lease on life and greater understanding of who you are as an individual. View this time now as a purification of the senses and the spirit. You must face hidden memories, concerns or stories that are lying beneath the surface. If you wish to emerge enlightened, forever transformed by your experience, stop and surrender to the universe. So shadow aspect is refusal to accept change, passive aggressive, fighting for control. Sacred crystal is hematite. Angel assistant, Archangel Raguel. Conflict resolution in harmony. And the affirmation is, I accept and create positive actions through the cycle of change. So how does that fit into all this? I actually feel like this is fitting in here with this Princess of Swords, this learning new things, discovering new things about yourself, taking on new mindsets and new ideas. But it does feel like there's all this internal stuff going on. I still very much feel like other people see you differently than you see yourself. They see the abundance in you. They see the success in you. So it might also be an idea to take those compliments when they come your way and don't fight against it so much. Right, that is all for now. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please give me a shout on my DMs or reach out to me on social media, and we can look more in depth at your personal circumstances. Bye for now.